30th, 1963, instead of the stage being the center of attraction and contestants being brought onto the stage, the cameras were turned and the stage was now the theater. Imagine with me one episode where a lady came dressed as a chicken, her husband came dressed as a scarecrow. She was sitting there doing her best, trying to get Monty's attention, and he was drawn to her and he said, "Chicken lady, come right over here. I want to give you an opportunity to win a prize. You're going to get a chance to choose behind curtain number 1, 2, or 3. Whichever choice you make, it's up to you." And the audience, they knew what to do. They want to encourage. And so some of them are shouting, choose one, and some are shouting, 2, 2. Some are saying 3. Finally, she leans into the microphone and she says, "Monty, I choose door number 3. Half the audience moans in absolute misery because that's not the choice that they wanted. And because this is a participating kind of experience, I need to find out if you can moan. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That was pitiful. Then Monty looked at her and he said, "Before I show you what you have chosen behind door number 3, I'd like to show you what you did not choose." And so what did he do? He opened up the curtains. Behind curtain number 1 was a brand new car. And the audience went, "Oh." Exactly, because they knew that was the best prize of the deal. She's probably going to get the song. He looked at her and he says, "Now before we show you what's behind curtain number 3, I need to show you what's behind number 2. They opened up the curtains and what did they find? A brand new sailboat and a vacation for 3 in Acapulco. And the audience went, "Oh." Now you're getting better. The tear in my brand new coat and I can't get out of this mess. But I am not going to ask for her help. So I prayed. Well, my dad's a preacher, it wouldn't hurt. Oh God, help me. But don't let them be the ones to help me. Excuses are not stepping stones to your success. They are grave markers to what could have been. When you put the word magnitude and attitude together, you begin to realize that there is an incredible influence of the attitude that we choose every single day. For example, have you ever noticed somebody just by their body language that they're grumpy? Don't look at the person sitting next to you. That wasn't fair. You know, these are the people who complain about everything. Everything, even if it's a good thing, it's going to be found to be a negative thing. And they are, well, I call them joy suckers. You found them too. I couldn't stand anymore. I called out for help. "Mommy, help me!" The church is right across the street from our house. I saw the window open at my dad's office. His bald head moved into the frame of that window, and his eyes got huge and his mouth dropped. I heard him stand up and walk through that old church building, the thump, the thump, the thump of his feet. And I thought to myself, oh great, he's going to hold me down while he kills me. Oh, don't admit this in this room. I wouldn't want to embarrass you, but is it possible that you have picked up the phone when you saw your joy sucker move in your direction and had an imaginary phone conversation? Oh, really? Oh, that's horrible. It's going to be a while. I'll have to get back to you. Yes. Oh, my goodness. And isn't this embarrassing when the phone actually rings while you're doing it? I have to get that. Your attitude does not choose you. You choose your attitude. Would you please turn and say to the person next to you, you choose your attitude. Yeah. All right, some of you are taking that a little too seriously. Lighten up. Lighten up. And here's even better news. When you choose your attitude, you have chosen your direction. You can have a great attitude. You can be moving the needle with a positive attitude. But if you continue to have poor thinking, nothing's going to change. It's the question, why? I am always amazed at how a child can repeatedly use a one-word question to totally dismantle all adult logic. Well, I've discovered that children move a lot quicker to decision making because they are looking for the measurement of positive outcome. And adults, we process our decision making more based on what are the potential downsides. I was a very, very young man. I started my own business. I built a showroom. I produced the product. I developed a marketing strategy. And I went and I sat down on the corner of our little street in our little town, and I sold lemonade. I sat on a hot day out front of our house waiting with my signs for somebody to drive by or to walk by and buy my lemonade. And nobody came down my street. And I drank some lemonade. At one point in the morning, I heard a car at the corner. They turned. I stood up from my discouraged posture. I was right. I smiled. I was ready. This is it. They're going to stop and buy my lemonade. And they drove right by. At lunchtime, I had no sales and no product because I had consumed it all. I went into lunch break. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I got to thinking, I can fix this. I made more product, I made bigger signs, and I reduced my price. And I sat out in the hot sun all afternoon hoping somehow that I would sell some of that lemonade, and nobody came down my street. And about 3 in the afternoon, I'm getting sunburned and I'm getting discouraged, and I sat down on my red wagon. And I started thinking. We could accept defeat. We can accept these are the conditions, I'm just going to have to deal with it. Or I can begin to do something about it. I'd like to suggest a couple things for you when it comes to innovation. When you begin to really ask the right questions, why not, and what could be, the why reveals an opportunity to gain understanding. The why not starts to give us greater perspective. And the what could be creates the options. Innovative ideas fit us, and they also stretch us. Don't be afraid to ask the why not, and the what could be, because eventually the right when will come your way. And I thought to myself, oh great, he's going to hold me down while he kills me. As he crossed the street, moving my direction, I heard the screen door in the front house open up and slam, and my mother and father arrived at the front yard at the very same time. And you know what they did? They laughed at me. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm still not laughing about that. Children learn from the experience because they're willing to take risks. Most of the time as adults, we're not even willing to risk the experience to learn something new. And the grand prize truly is this. When you and I choose the magnitude of our attitude and innovative thinking, we move ourselves to a place where we can have an influence. My name is Iwersen. It has been an absolute pleasure to be with you here today. God bless you.